guys remember this character villain named Chain that was in Superman issue 6 that I absolutely loved? That looks like a Tim Burton fucking mix-up. The same one who put Clark Kent in fucking chains and said, "Fuck this shit, I'm out. You're gonna be in prison, bitch." Well, his name is Sammy Stryker right here, and he knows Pennywise very well. Like Pennywise had something to do with Lex's experiment with this guy. After he got in prison after Stryker's Island, he came to Metropolis looking for Lex, and that's when the super people come in to go fucking say, "Hey, you're causing ruckus, bro. Like, who the fuck are you?" And none of them can move, almost like telekinesis powers, which I'll get into later. But Carl uses a freeze breath, and they get out of the telekinesis point, but it didn't fuck him out. He's like, "You think that's gonna hold me, bitch?" Under the Strikers Island Penitentiary, we find out these chains, whatever, the more that Clark uses his strength, he won't be able to get out of it. It's almost like a countermeasure for Chained, and pretty much Lex Luthor's design. Mercy tells the Clark, "Okay, we got to get Luthor, because without Luthor you can't get out." But he's like, "I don't need Luthor. I can do this on my own. I'm using an old trick my friend taught me." Mercy's like, "Are you vibrating? Just going to match your speed?" And he said, "I can use my own power, but I have more than one power." She's like, "Whoa, you gotta teach me that." So pretty much he vibrated out of those chains, which is fucking crazy. We see fucking Chain throwing buses everywhere, saying, "Where is Lex Luthor?" Car grabs it, and Connor's like, "I gotta go fight this motherfucker." When we see Connor trying to get to Chain right here, Connor's like, "Yeah, I broke chains before, nothing new." When Chain talks to him, he's like, "It has been a long time since I got close to anyone." While choking on Connor, he says, "Fascinating, your powers, you're like me, but limited. You have not met your full potential yet." And Chain says, "What are you?" We see Clark come out of the blue and say, "Boom, bitch, he's family." Chain is like, "You must have great power just to get out of those chains." Clark is trying to friend him. He's like, "Hey, we're your friends. We're just trying to help you." But Chain sees the Superman tower, right, that Lex gave him. He's like, "If that's the old Lex Luthor tower, you must be friends with him. How dare you?" And he's like, "Anybody friends with Lex is not friends of mine." So they start pretty much fighting and stuff, and he's taking on all the super people. Carl grabs the chainsaw and throws him like across the Metropolis. So he's like, "Metropolis must be punished." So he collapsed two buildings together where all the Superboy people try to like hold it up each other while trying to save the people as well. They eventually save all the people and save the building, but something interesting comes up. Kara says, "We can't even get close to him. This is impossible." Clark says, "Nothing's impossible. As much I hate to admit it, I know exactly what we need to do. For now, we have to lock him up exactly how Luthor did it. And it's the only way to contain his telekinesis." But Carl remembers what Chain said to him. He says, "Wait, that's not his powers. I felt a connection to him, which is very interesting." And Connor says he has tactical telekinesis like me, which pretty much when he touches something, pretty much can like lift it up and stuff, almost like Magneto, but he has to be touching, if I'm not mistaken. Don't quote me, but that's from what I've learned. Now we see Dr. Farm and Mr. Graff talking Chain, pretty much allying him, which these are the people that started the whole Superman run and don't like Clark. And guys, all this stuff with Chained, which I absolutely love, happened in Superman issue 6 and issue 7. So please guys, go read this shit. I don't even like Superman personally, like the character, but I absolutely love reading his books. This shit has been phenomenal.